Today I'm going to do my grocery shopping. I saw English green peas, and I cannot remember last time I eat a green pea. But for some reason they inspire me, and recently I've been a little cooking phase of my life. For the first time in my life, I actually think that I get it when it comes to cooking. When I actually think I get it now. I think I understand what my have all about. I think why I think I get why grandmas are so into this. I why people enjoy cooking, and I try to enjoy it in the past and always found it far too tedious and really not that rewarding. Being honest, I always found out going restaurant was more rewarding. And although I still loving going to a restaurant, don't get me wrong, love it, love it, love it. One of my favorite things to do in my free time. I finally think I understand what the hype is when it comes to cooking. I think I get it. I eat hobby for me. That's sticking and kind of getting my up in the morning. Being honest, like talking, waking up the morning and cooking excites me, and that's the priceless. Anyway, back to Greensby. I saw Greensby in grocery store, and I have vision, and my vision was a soup with a basil broth and whole green peas and whole potato, not whole potatoes, not whole potato, but like piece of potato. And I would like recipe must exist. I can have it coming up with it off the dome. I like must have seen it before. I know there's a recipe that circular through the internet, and something I dropped that spontaneously developed in my brain. So anyway, I bought all ingredients that I thought I can need. I came understand researching basil, potato, pea soups, and to my surprise, nothing was coming up that matched what I was envisioning in my head, but I was determined that make the soup in the way that I picturing in my head, and I decided that I need to just do some research and some figure out how I could make it without following a recipe of somebody who actually know what the fuck they're doing. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when I'm cooking. I'm still do not know how to properly dice the ordinate, etc., etc. I did a lot of research properly, spend an hour researching, okay, how long do we need to cook potatoes before they putting in the soup? Do I cook them in the soup from start or finish? Do I boil potato before I put cook potatoes before I put them in the soup? Try to cook them is from start to finish. Do I boil potatoes before I put them in the soup? what like what I'm going here, how I do this so I don't fail and hate myself, because nothing I hate more than waiting food, and I make food that it tastes very bad and isn't inedible, then I get really angry at myself because I hate waiting foods, and I think it's a terrible thing. I avoid it at all costs. And I mean that I actually do frequently eat foods that are burned and or cooked improperly in order to not waste them, and that cause me stomach pain, etc. I know what after all my research, I wrote down basic plan and how we going to make this soup. So the first thing I decided to do was to boil some peas and boil some potatoes. And based on my research, I found out boiling pea or take a minute or two, and boiling potato only take about 15 minutes. So I boiled though for around that amount of time. Did I set a timer? Sure I did. But the timer went off and I stopped it. Then I forgot to take thing off the heat. Could not boil them. Next time I'm chopping, of salad, and my salad look a bit funky. I only thought about them more, little bit mulling, so I melting. I make sure the way they mulling. I don't know what a no great substance is the stirred around the salad, but it's salad I had, so I kind of had to make do with what I have. After charting the theory, I feel a lot of part of over medium low heat as something that just I'm learning and some cooking important of cooking on a lower heat. Like I used to think that I need to cook everything on high heat, and that was my path to success. But I'm learning that cooking in low, slow, and low really effective. Being patient, and you know that it may be tempting to turn your heat up, turn away, but something is not good. Not good. You don't have much control. Did a mess. Finally, I learned how to cook eggs properly. I used to cook my eggs on high heat. Just now, recently, I learned how to make perfect scrambled egg in a perfect fried egg, not burn. Even I don't know the mean of flavor I eat. I don't. But cooking at lower temperature is so I cooked the shallot over medium low heat and added some garlic for the last say 2 minutes of cooking that shallot. All that went well. The kitchen smelled very fragrant and with exciting. My hand reached of garlic and shallot. With you the thing bug me. You did make me not wanted to cook an onions garlic salad because I'm not so annoyed with my hand with the smell. But I'm really learning kind of appreciate on my hands smell like hood. You know what I mean? It mean not disgusting, but it's like bad smelling. It's like yummy. I don't know. It before you go call me freak. You love onion glass. Yet I've talked to me. You love onion glass. You may not know you love it, but when you go to the favorite restaurant, guarantee the best staging dish on the table properly has hit a ton of onion and garlic, and it's even thought smell a little weird. And still, then sometimes I eat my armpits cut salad because I same out and when smell my hand, and later I don't know how to rancid smell from itching armpit or salad. After that, I added 6 cups of water and added a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper and a 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, which kind of intimidating and by pre-made bouillon with basically all delicious flavor of stock packed in the paste so that you can mix it water and then it flavor of water for soups. Okay, like buying pre-made one of kind of scary, right? Because you don't know what you getting yourself into. The flavor unpredictable, especially you didn't try that specific or boil before you. To be honest, I never made ever made a soup murder curry before, but I never made the soup. The whole experience it's really scary. I kind of shooting in the dark, and like I don't know what I getting myself, and I think started intense because that next day we kind of when my soup about turn into what I dreamed it to be. It's like all the things were done and is almost time to assemble. So remove the pan for the heat, put it on the blender, and I didn't have a cup basil and 4 cup of pasema and probably add some more parmesan. Honestly, I'm going to the cheese trade recently. I went pretty long time without much cheese because I thought I hurt my stomach, but it turned out it doesn't. And that was some menu I have gotten a long time. Cheese doesn't have stomach unless you it just drink a glass of milk. It's completely different story. But cheese, whatever reason, doesn't bug me, and it's science behind it. I doesn't report, but I don't think anyone cares. So anyway, I threw everyone in blender except for my peas and my potatoes, and I blended that mixture up. And first I really worry, I would say I was concerned that because in my brain I use immersion vibrant green broth for my soup, but the vegetable bouillon that I added into the soup base just turned it kind of brown, and after blending in basil it was a little bit more green, but that was green I image. So that point I would pray for a miracle, because seeing brown soup base it upset me. It's like, wow, my dream is not coming together as planned. But I did give up, and when I tried this soup base I was shocked and how delicious it was. It's so flavorful, and I was really excited. This kind of put pepper into my step back, because I know that maybe she's so bad, so maybe everything is okay. But I didn't know for sure that I had a very strong fear that I didn't cook my peas and my potato correctly. I very concerned about it. But the show must go on, and I added a pea the peas and potato go to the mix, and I boiled it up to boil in the last minutes. It was in the soup, and the soup was done. I also got everything seared or garnished through with a beef cheese. Go to Stupid right now. I can stop putting on literally fucking everything. I see the garnish my shoe with a bit of chive. I love the way the chive look. I think it's just so beautiful when we first chopping the chive with tiny circle green circles, and I just think it look great. I don't say it a lot, but I'm fucking proud of myself. I'm proud of this fucking shirt, and I rate cooking succeed better whether or not portray it a restaurant would prefer portray at restaurant, and with this soup I would definitely portray it at restaurant. Pray I would pay $70 for that.